In 30 minutes, broadcasting's finest duo will hit the airwaves. And prepare for the incomparable Opie and Anthony Show. Only a show this big could have a pre-show this good. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Pre-Show with Sam Roberts.
Welcome. We are live. Don't get fooled. 866-WOW1-WOW. 866-969-1969. Yes, as announced last week, we are going on vacation this week, but not yet. Not just yet. We are here live this morning, Monday, May 19th. 866-WOW1-WOW. 866-969-1969. You can call the show and we'll prove to you we're live. Go ahead. We're talking about everything that's going to be going down today, stuff that went down over the weekend that we know the guys are going to be talking about, and of course, so much to recap from what happened last week. I mean, I feel like we had the weekend to cleanse our palate a bit, but there is no denying what went down on Friday was classic Opie and Anthony. I mean, there is evidence on Getty Images about how classic it was. Getty Images, which is a service that provides members of the media with photos of celebrities, chronicled everything that went down on Friday's show. Let me go to the phones, and we start with Todd in Burlington. I think Sal, by the way, is documenting what's going on in the studio today during the pre-show, and you can see the documentation for yourself at O&A Show on Twitter. We're already starting the tweets. What's up, Todd?
Super Sam Roberts, Todd from Burlington here. How are you?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Hey, I'm slightly fired up, but I got to say, in all honesty, if you look back at Friday's show, it was a show. It was good, but I don't think it was as super as we wanted it to be.
Well, I don't know. The expectations for super shows are always weird. People get tired of hearing the members of the super show throughout the weeks leading up to these things, but there's something about a super show, the aura, the vibe that leads people to think it's going to be incredible. And sometimes people's expectations aren't met, and sometimes they are, and sometimes people just want to drive off a bridge to stop themselves from having to listen to the idiocy that we're broadcasting. Either way, and maybe some of it was visual, because before the show, Travis and me were talking about the talent that Bobo came out with. It's also, the super shows tend to be exhausting for the hosts, and we'll get into exactly why that is. So some of that, the fatigue sets in, I think, with the host and the listeners after 4 hours of super showness. But I thought it was a pleasant experience for everybody. Red carpet coverage is what began the Super Show on Friday. We asked all the members. The Super Show is what we call the shows where we just invite all of the weirdos that come in and take part in the Opie and Anthony Show. Your Lady Dies, your Stalker Patties, your Big A's. We invite everybody in, and we try to find some activities for them to do. It's getting a little more difficult as these super shows go on. This was Super Show 3, but we laid out the red carpet. We set up a step and repeat. We invited the paparazzi to come be a part of it, and we had some red carpet coverage. We'll listen to a little bit of that. Here is Oscar making his return to the Opie and Anthony Show, beloved character on O&A. Oscar walked the red carpet on Friday.
Our correspondent on the red carpet, Sam, take it away and please introduce all our guests.
Wow. Well, thank you, self-sucking Denny Falcone. We are out here.
No, he doesn't do that. He doesn't like that.
We're out here on the red carpet, and the stars are already starting to shine.
Oh, wow.
You can see. Oscar, do you have a second? Oscar, if I could grab you for a second.
Look at that. He almost walked right past.
For the people that don't know, Oscar's a very nervous person.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
extremely nervous.
Yeah.
Oscar, first of all, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing just a local dude from Jersey. That's it, man.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means, man.
He's not sure what that means.
I got a text from you this morning. He said, hey, dress nice if you can. I was already on the train. I was like, fuck. Think about
This doesn't
it's a
sound
little
like
too
a
late.
red carpet exchange.
No, and this is the best one we're going to get.
Oscar, who are you most excited about seeing perform in today's talent show?
I'm going to say Bobo. Definitely Bobo.
Oh,
Bobo,
wow.
who will be performing Magic later today. Oscar, you are scheduled to freestyle rap. Are you prepared?
Not at all, man. I suck at it, too. So,
Oh, boy.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Are you nervous today?
We'll do it.
Always.
We'll do it. What
I'm
happens?
scared shitless.
Sam, maybe a little sample of his freestyle rapping that we all have come to love.
Is there a quick couple bars, as they say, a few lines of rap that we could give to the people right now?
I don't know, man. I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is Mickey Avalon, My Dick.
How does that one go?
My dick cost a late night fee. That's it. That's all I know.
Oh, God.
The beginning.
What a zilch.
Doesn't rhyme with anything.
He
know,
is
right?
a zero.
Yeah. What have you been doing with your time since we last saw you?
Oh, yeah. I'm just busy, man. Working, just cutting
Look at the
stuff up, man.
cameras
I do video
clicking
editing, so
away
hell yeah.
here.
Yeah, staying busy.
Staying with a lot of girls? Any girls in your life, huh?
Oh, absolutely. I was last week, actually, I was in Hoboken, right? All night, just fucking partying it up, man. I was dancing with every single girl. They were on it, by themselves on the dance floor. It's great. It was great.
This sounds just like when Brad Pitt hits the red carpet.
The question on everybody's mind, is any of those girls the one?
Oh, hell no, man. Fuck, it's awful stuff, man.
Well, thanks, Oscar, for stopping by.
Wow. Usher him off to
Get his official picture in front of the step.
It's amazing the flashes I see going off.
That was Oscar on the red carpet. We had Oscar, Stalker Patty, Lady Di, Bobo, Big A, Mike Bichetti, Sandy Kane, everybody. Dennis, of course, was controlling the music for the red carpet coverage. And if you could see, Super Show aside, the glare that E-Rock is burning into Sal right now. Sal, I guess, was taking photos of E-Rock. There's a lot of ass grab going on. Grab ass, I guess. There's a lot of grab ass going on behind the scenes here as the pre-show rolls on. E-Rock, are you mad because Sal was taking photos of you putting, what is it called?
Valencia Orange.
No, but what is the extra stuff that you put in your water? What do we call it? Enhancements. Water enhancements?
Sure.
Sal caught E-Rock putting some of his treats inside of his water, and you decided to tweet that out. It's harmless. It's just a nice tweet, right? And E-Rock is very pissed about it, but you can go to O&A Show on Twitter and see why E-Rock can't stand Sal right now. Joe the trucker.
Hey, Sam Robert.
What's up, buddy?
How's your weekend?
My weekend was good.
Friday's show was just a catastrophe, in my opinion. Couple points here.
Yeah.
First off, Sandy Kane looks like a walking scrotum. She's all deflated and shit. It's kind of scary looking.
Well, I did see that Sal was tweeting a lot of photos from the Super Show as it went on.
Handsome dude. I will say that.
Well,
He's a very handsome dude.
All right. I mean, I guess that's cool. Fine. But I was looking at the Reddit subforum, the Opie and Anthony Reddit subforum, and they were all in agreement that the photo that Sal took of Sandy Kane's armpit that you can see on O&A Show on Twitter was probably the most disturbing.
I think all of her is just disturbing. And then seeing that bitch's tits just ruined everything completely.
Well, of course, you're talking, thanks, buddy, about Lady Di, who was part of the red carpet coverage. We found out even before, because Lady Di, if you don't remember, from her internship, her quote-unquote internship, is banned from using the bathrooms up here at SiriusXM. So she has to be walked when she needs to use the restroom. She showed up at about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday because an intern had to drive her here. She couldn't be relied on to get on the train. And before the red carpet coverage even started, Lady Di had already clogged up the Starbucks bathroom. We got into that with her as part of the red carpet coverage. Let's go to track 4, Sal. The beauty just continues.
Yes.
Lady Di, do you have a
Godzilla
moment?
has arrived.
I do. I have all the time in the world.
Patty already said
Patty
that,
said.
but
Ask her about the clogged toilet, please, Sam.
Yes.
the question on everybody's mind, breaking news today, you broke a toilet in Starbucks, correct?
Not.
Did it flush is the question. You went down and did you make a number 1 or a number 2 this morning?
I made a number 2, okay? Stop sticking that thing in my face. I made a number 2.
And did we flush it all the way down? Be honest.
Yes, we did. We flushed it all the way down, or I tried to anyway.
Oh, boy, that's not good.
Well, then it didn't go down.
3 times.
3 times.
She said 3 times.
Wow.
What happened? Was it a big one?
Was it a nice, big, hefty dump?
Yes.
Like an anaconda.
All right.
Why are you asking me these questions?
Ask her if it was soupy or solid.
Else.
The people want to know, Lady Di. Everybody's wondering. People Magazine's been reporting, but nobody knows for sure. Was it soupy or solid, the dump?
It was solid, okay?
Just keep asking
All right,
your
now.
dumb questions. Just keep going.
Now, the other question that's on everybody's mind was beyond consistency, color. Are we thinking green, brownish, darker? Was it a tar color? The dump we're talking about.
Brown.
A light brown, a dark brown?
Light brown, okay?
How many pieces was it?
Why are you asking me these questions?
And the people wanted, well, the people are wondering here on the red carpet for the Super Show, how many pieces exactly was it?
I don't know.
An estimate.
I don't know.
Come on.
We can't publish, I don't know. The people want to know.
3.
3 pieces.
Three big pieces.
And
How
was
many
the
times
wife?
did you?
Oh, sorry. go
How
ahead.
many times did you try to flush it?
Now, you tried to flush it how many times?
3 times.
And when we call you, how many natty ices have you usually had?
I didn't have any natty ice.
3 is the answer. You kind of go with that number a lot.
4.
Oh, all right.
Sorry. Now, was it the problem with the flushing? Was it the length of the bowel movement or the thickness?
Oh, good question.
Thickness. Yeah. Okay, that's it.
A giant, thick.
It's just a big fucking prolapsed ass. Doesn't have any fucking tightness to it.
Well,
Yeah.
she took it in the ass for the entire 80s decade, so let's not forget.
Questions are coming in via Twitter. Of course, Lady Di is trending
Yes.
for our red carpet show here, and they
Yes.
want to know, is the reason that the thickness of the bowel movement was there, did that have anything to do with spending the 1980s having anal sex?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. That was a long time ago, and that was it.
And does the anus expand, or is it always kind of just wide?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's your anus.
I don't know. Why are you asking me questions like that for?
It's what the people want to know. Getting to the bottom, I'm listening back to this, and I wasn't sure about it when I was first doing it out there on the red carpet, but Seacrest better watch his ass. Because I feel like somebody at E probably heard that and said, this is the guy that we need asking all the important questions when we cover the big red carpets. Let's go to Snowy, my buddy Snowy in Michigan. What's up?
Good morning, Samuel.
Good morning, buddy.
I had to call a little shenanigans on the actual talent competition, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Now, at the beginning, we were told that Oscar is supposed to do free-form rapping, correct?
Uh-huh.
He picked up a guitar and sang, which is what he normally does anyway, isn't it?
That is, yeah. Oscar was asked to freestyle rap because he's so nervous, but then he just picked up a guitar and in all fairness to Oscar, very nervously sang a song. But you know what the problem was? Sandy Kane was brought on as a judge.
Yeah,
so when Sandy Kane's making the decision, what are you going to trust?
Yeah, exactly. I do get a kick out of Oscar, though. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
We'll hear Oscar clips in a few minutes. Thanks, Snowy. Dan in Pennsylvania.
Morning, Sam Roberts.
Morning.
The talent show was rigged or something because Big A was phenomenal and he did not get any notice at all. I was very unhappy.
Well, we're going to listen to Big A's talent in just a few minutes here on the pre-show. But if you want to see Big A's talent for yourself, Opie tweeted out a video over the weekend. Opie videoed Big A's stand-up. He did stuttering stand-up, and he was phenomenal, I thought. But the video of it is... it's really creepy, and I love Big A. He's a wonderful dude. Opie's cinematography is really unflattering. A lot of close-ups, a lot of low angles, but there's video now of Big A doing stand-up. I can only hope that we post some video of Bobo doing magic, because I feel like that was maybe a little visual for people, but that was a favorite of everybody behind the scenes here at the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's continue on, and of course... a lot of stuff going on today. So Opie was live tweeting the Billboard Music Awards. You see that speaking of creepy and how creepy the Big A YouTube video is, the the holograms are just getting creepy. Like, I don't know why everybody is still amazed at these hologram performances, but there was a Michael Jackson hologram performing last night at the Billboard Music Awards. I'm sure that we'll get into what the guys think of that, but if I were a recording artist now, I'd be like, God damn it. It used to be a thing where if somebody died, make some room for somebody. Not now his hologram gets to go on tour. It really is ridiculous that the promoters that took advantage of Michael Jackson for his entire life are going to get to keep making money off of him now that he's dead, because they'll just keep pushing this hologram out on stage. But let's get back to what we were talking about before and the red carpet coverage of the Super Show. We move on to Colin Quinn. Now, the Super Show was supposed to take place tomorrow. Originally, that was the date, but we moved it specifically so we could have Colin Quinn in studio for it. Colin Quinn, he's the guy who likes to get all of these people going. He plants ideas in Lady Di's head. He plants ideas in Bobo's head. He plants ideas in Sandy Kane's head. And then he steps back. And he steps away and lets us have to deal with the chaos. So we wanted to make sure that he was in studio to witness all of the chaos. And this was Colin Quinn's red carpet arrival.
Colin Quinn is here. Colin, are you excited as we all are for the Super Show?
Well, yes, I really am. This should be a big event. It's big every year. And, Patty came in from SINY. And so did Pichetti, I guess, for that matter.
Yeah. Di is
outside the city. The effort it takes to get in here from Staten Island.
Lady Di is still gripping your shoulder.
Lady Di's fantastic. She looks lovely.
I love him.
She looks lovely.
Right. Now, what you may not know, Colin, if you hadn't been watching our red carpet coverage earlier, is that Lady Di has already clogged up the Starbucks toilet this morning.
You've already clogged the Starbucks toilet?
Will you stop with that?
Just get it out of the way before you hit the...
yeah, but
you know what I mean? We don't want one of those ugly Bettys happening again. No, I know you didn't clog it up. Of course not.
It was 3 solid logs, we found out.
It's lovely. She's going with kind of a Whip Taylor, Elizabeth Taylor thing.
And what you can see...
Rip Taylor,
It's going to be violent on the red carpet.
If you like skin, you can see a little stomach down.
That's the way. Keep them guessing.
Her stomach is busting out of her buttons.
That's a new look.
Colin, who are you wearing?
I think this is Banana Republic. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
And Mike Fischetti, where did you get your pants from?
A casual fat guy. I think a fat fuck.
Again. The joke didn't work the last 5 times.
Khaki shit.
Right.
Nice on you, though. Yeah.
Well, Colin, everybody's headed inside. If you're ready to head in.
Yes, I am ready.
All right.
Right next to him.
But Di, everybody's not quite ready for you. You just
not
stay
yet.
out of it.
Not yet.
It'll just be Colin
It's
going in
exhausting.
right.
The whole time, the whole show went on, Lady Di was just touching Colin Quinn. She had her hands on his shoulder. She was stroking his arm. It was really quite disgusting. I don't know how Colin put up with it. But then the question on everybody's mind, would Sandy Kane show up? Last we heard, Sandy Kane called me and said she would only do the show if she got $1,000 cash. There was no way we were giving Sandy $1,000 cash. And once you give Sandy Kane $1,000 cash, then Bobo asks for $1,000, and Stalker Patty asks for $1,000, and Lady Di asks for $1,000. We're not made of money here at the Opie and Anthony Show. So I had to get on the phone with her. I had to convince her that this was a good idea for her career. I had to talk her into it. Finally, she showed up, and here it is, the return of Sandy Kane as she walks the red carpet.
I'm here. I showed.
You did show indeed. Who are you wearing?
Who am I wearing?
That's exactly right.
Who am I wearing? What do you mean, who am I wearing?
American Doll Place.
How are you? Hello. Can you say fuck? Hey, can you say fuck?
Yes.
All right, good.
Fredericks of Douglass.
Where did you get your outfit from, I think is the question.
Hollywood. Hollywood Boulevard has the best strip clubs.
Is that in Los Angeles?
Yes, L.A.
Oh.
Yes, where they need the rain signs. How about it? Thanks for inviting me to the red carpet.
Yeah. Of course. Well, it's a big Super Show. The red carpet extravaganza is a part of it. Lady Di was talking to us earlier about how she's clogged the toilet.
Fell off.
Don't lose your hat, Sandy.
Unfortunately, my head wasn't in it.
My red bush matches the red carpet.
Your red bush? Funny you should mention it. Host of Opie and Anthony, Anthony Cumia, has just been talking about wanting to see a big red bush.
The last Vanderpool house outside like Guadalajara.
I mean, and maybe that's something.
2 girls like a Tuesday afternoon.
Maybe that's something to look forward to later. Maybe Anthony gets to see that big red bush.
I don't think so.
Hey,
Do you
you're
think
right.
Dunkin' Donuts would be
Well, I
proud
don't
to
know about that.
sponsor
It's not
this
that
event?
red.
These are
not that
cavalcade
red.
and stuff.
No, I don't think it's red at all.
Anthony was trying to avoid, and he did avoid seeing Sandy Kane's apparently big red hairy bush. what people don't realize maybe is that red carpet was happening in the hallway outside the studio, which meant that everybody just walking around serious trying to go to work had to deal with Sandy Kane in her geriatric stripper outfit shouting fuck at the top of her lungs for the entire morning. It's ridiculous the things we get away with here. Let's go to Borgata Ray in New Jersey. What's up, Ray?
Sam, the Super Show was awesome last week. I loved it. And I got an idea for the Super Show concept. I think it's time to take it on the road. You guys all up on a stage, someplace that serves alcohol, strippers on stripper poles in each corner. It can be amazing. Somewhere in New York, New Jersey, the live crowd, I think you guys need to do it.
I mean, you might be right, Borgata Ray. We decided to up the ante by adding a red carpet to this event. I don't know what we can do next time to make this show more super than it already is. And it may be taking it on the road. Today is going to be an amazing show. We got a lot to get into. As I said, Michael Jackson hologram at the Billboard Music Awards. There's also some teleprompter problems for Kendall Jenner. Also, Ant tweeted out this amazing, speaking of Ant's Twitter, but there's a bunch of photos from the Super Show on Ant's Twitter. They're on his he created a whole photo bucket album with his amazing camera that he's been bringing in studio, but those pictures are worth checking out. He also tweeted a video of a karaoke version of Chop Suey by System of a Down. It's incredible. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it. And of course, the stories that broke over the weekend. Jim was tweeting a ton about the fact that there's a gift shop at the 9/11 memorial. And a lot of people are talking about that. And the cab driver that's been, I think, suspended at this point, probably will get fired for driving around New York City with a Nazi armband around his arm. I could see where people might have a problem with that, but I'm interested in the take Opie and Anthony will have on it. You heard the music playing while we were doing red carpet coverage for the Super Show on Friday. That was Dennis Falcone. DJ Dennis Falcone was in studio all show long, providing the tunes that we needed for the Super Show, although there was some production lovingly created for him that he had some issues with. Let's go to track 13.
All right, we're back. Thank you, Dennis Falcone. Colin Quinn in studio. We're about to get the talent portion of the Super Show going here.
Danny didn't like that production.
Why don't you like the production pieces,
No, because
Dennis?
look, I ask you to do one thing and don't do that anymore because it bothers me.
Wait, could you replay that
No,
again?
you don't have to replay it.
What part bothered you?
Take that card out and erase it.
But I don't know what part bothered you.
Just the whole thing about the implication about that.
We got one of the great voice guys around here to do some nice stuff for you, and you're mad?
Can I hear that again? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, please.
Now back to the Opie and Anthony Super Show.
That sounds great.
Here's your self-sucking DJ.
We didn't say it didn't sound great.
Dennis Falcone.
It was the text I didn't like. He's got a great voice. Great production.
Self-sucking DJ.
No, are you embarrassed that you can do that?
Because I don't do that. I can hardly walk. Do you think I could bend my legs to do that? Come on.
Oh, so you've tried that?
No, I've never tried that.
I understand.
Believe
Dennis,
me.
were you all right with the other two?
Everything was wonderful.
Okay, good.
Oh, so you like the other one? What was the other one? Yeah.
Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony Super Show.
That's nice.
Here's house DJ, Tinkle Lord, Dennis Falcone.
Well, you can just cut that. Give me that. We'll put that in here. We'll add that up.
That's brutal. Well, you said you liked the other one.
No, I just liked it to that point.
I think we actually, like every DJ has drops that shout your name out while you're performing. I think we got some drops for him if he wants to.
Oh, do you have some?
Dennis Falcone is in the mix. Self-filleting on you, bitches.
Oh, nice.
You could just edit to
That's
in the
pretty
mix.
cool, though.
You're in the mix with Dennis Falcone, sucking himself.
Oh,
It's that last part that
Danny.
Wow, it's beautiful. The
No, but the
production
last
value
part
is
is
very
the part that
nice.
bugs
It's
You
not,
talk about how magic is being
That's not
produced in
magic.
these studios.
That's
I
not
think that's a lot of magic right there.
Yeah, do you think
But
that's
it
a
does
lot of
sound great.
magic? Yeah.
Yeah.
The last part is what's offensive.
Colin was right. I guess I didn't realize when we were putting that together that last part could be deemed offensive. But I'd always thought Dennis was very proud of the fact that he could do that. Obviously not. He said that was the one thing that bothers him. And somehow, in all the time that he's been a part of the Opie and Anthony show, he hasn't figured out that the one way to get them to stop is not to say, this is the one thing that bothers me. I thought it sounded very professional. I thought it really amped up his performance, but Dennis didn't like it. We were talking about creepy stuff that went down on the Super Show. I thought that this went kind of unnoticed because of everything that was going on around it. That's why I wanted to revisit it today on the pre-show. Stalker Patty doing Marilyn Monroe's Happy Birthday was, I mean, we talk about douche chilling. It was among the most bone chilling moments that have ever happened on the Opie and Anthony show. I swear to you, I had nightmares all weekend about this performance. It was something out of a horror movie. Stalker Patty asked to do impressions as her talent, and she came to me and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Marilyn Monroe singing Happy Birthday to John F. Kennedy. I said, you are? She said, yes, I think I can really pull it off well. I said, that's perfect, Stalker Patty. Why don't you do it? And this is what she left us with. Before we judge, I think she has one more impression.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, just one more.
Yeah. All right, Stalker Patty.
In 1963, in May, on John F. Kennedy's birthday in Madison Square Garden, an actress stepped up to the podium and sang Happy Birthday to John F.
I'd be less
Kennedy.
uncomfortable if you did November 22nd of 63.
No,
64.
it was his birthday's in May. Anyway, so Marilyn Monroe stepped up and very gingerly went up and sang Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Comes off more like Mrs. Voorhees.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that was really nice.
Marilyn.
Kill them, Mommy.
No preparation and on the spur at the moment.
I think that sounded like what Marilyn Monroe would sound like if she sang it today. You could also hear in the background Sandy Kane just laughing. Those are Sandy Kane's laughs, by the way. This is the terrors that we deal with in studio. Let's go to Jimmy in East Rockaway. What's up, Jimmy?
Yeah, how you doing? I just want to know what time it was.
Jimmy, it's 27 after the hour. Only 3 minutes before Opie and Anthony take the airwaves.
Thank you.
Thank you for keeping it alive, Jimmy. Real quick, while we still have time, Big A doing stand-up. I told you I'd get to it. There's a video online on Opie Radio on YouTube if you want to see it for yourself. But here is Big A performing stand-up as part of the Super Show Talent Show on Friday.
Put your hands together and give a warm welcome for Andrew Gold.
Yeah.
Andrew!
I think he's Jewish, huh?
Yeah.
I like him already.
Jewish. So do Kenny?
I like him already. He doesn't look Jewish.
He started? Has he started?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for coming out to Super Show 3. Is anyone here from out of this state? And now for the comedic islands of me, Big A.
Woo! Big A, fucking house.
What's the A stand for?
Yeah. What? It's funny. It's fun.
Why are teddy bears never hungry?
Why?
Because they're always stuffed.
I love it.
That's vulgar.
Oh, shut up, Chip.
Oh,
Stop
shut up,
giggling. Oh, wow. He got you back.
What fish only swims at night?
What fish?
A starfish.
Wow. You got that one out. You got that one out.
How do you make a tissue dance?
How?
Put a little boogie in it. Stamp it.
Stamp it.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yes, stamp it.
Stamp it's your catchphrase? It's a terrible catchphrase.
What did the pencil sharpener Straight to the pencil. Stop going in circles and get to the point. Stamp it.
Well, that was a little taste of what the Super Show sounded like. Of course, so much we couldn't get into, but it was a hilarious, hilarious show. If you missed it, it's on demand at SiriusXM.com. What I don't want you to miss is today's Opie and Anthony show. We're going to be talking about the Billboard Music Awards. We're going to be talking about the 9/11 gift shop. 9/11 Memorial has a gift shop. We're going to be talking about the cab driver with a Nazi armband around his arm. Vince McMahon, his stock collapsed on Friday. He lost $350 million in one day. In one day, Vince McMahon became not a billionaire anymore. That's got to be a tough pill to swallow. And a whole bunch more when the Opie and Anthony show begins, which is right now.